What's going on, guys? 8 Streets back with another video. So this is actually going to be quite different and also historical. So as of today, May 11, 2020, at around 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, Sony has officially held an hour-long show dedicated to the PS5. This is not really going to be a full breakdown video. It's going to be a bit of a recap. And let me just say that there were some really big things on here on there in my perspective that are some really big heavy hitters, and I'm hyped for them. So yeah, let's get right into it. Now to start this off, so yeah, I'm gonna start off with like my least anticipated, which is also what pretty much came at the beginning of the show. So they started the show by pretty much confirming that GTA 5. Oh, speaking of which, before I get into any of these games, some of them are rated M for mature. So yeah, be warned. So yeah, they started off by pretty much confirming that GTA 5 is actually going to be crossing over to the PS5, and so it's yeah, it makes a bunch of sense. It's still pretty big, especially with GTA Online. It's been there pretty much since the beginning of the PS4's lifespan. So yeah, it's good to see that they are actually confirming that it's continuing. The next bit of news that Rockstar really needs to release is when GTA 6 is coming out, because that's what people are really anticipating. So yeah, sadly they didn't actually reveal anything that neither confirms or denies the fact that GTA 6 is in development. Although be sure to check out Rockstar's Twitter for more updates. I don't really keep up with that. So yeah, coming up in January of 2021 is a small game that I'm pretty sure you might not have heard of. I mean, it's no big deal. It's just Hitman 3. And yes, that was sarcasm. Even if you couldn't tell. But yeah, there were actually many different indie games that were showcased, but they didn't really match up to any heavy hitters like Hitman 3. I've actually played Hitman 2 before, but yeah, I never. Well, I think it might have been just Hitman. I'm not sure, but it actually does look quite intriguing. But yeah, it's like, let me just say that death awaits on January of 2021. Now, if you're interested in basketball, specifically NBA 2K, the series, then yeah, they've officially revealed a teaser trailer for NBA 2K21. And so there's not really much that I could say about it. I mean, like, it looked interesting. I'm not really into basketball. Well, not really into sports in general. But if you're really into, NBA 2K and have been with this series over the years, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get a kick out of this, or a dribble. But yeah, it's gonna be coming out later on this year. Moving up into territory that I'm more familiar with, we have an entry by Insomniac Games. So yeah, if you don't know Insomniac, they're actually very famous for the Ratchet and Clank series. And so they've actually showed off a very brand new entry into the series. And so the cool thing about this is that it's also a PS5 exclusive, or better yet, a PlayStation exclusive. I don't know if it's going to be on PS4, but yeah. It was actually recorded on, well, some of these games were actually fully recorded on the PS5, or pretty sure all of them, not really sure, but the gameplay of this game actually looks pretty insane. It got me very intrigued and interested. So yeah, the name of the game is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. And so yeah, basically basically the plot is, you know, Ratchet and Clank actually travel through different dimensions, but like there's different rifts that just, you know, tear each realm apart. There hasn't really been, well, I'm not sure if I actually saw a release date in the trailer, but I know that it's PlayStation exclusive and also that it'll be coming soon. So yeah, moving up, there's also a space-themed PlayStation exclusive that doesn't really have much of a confirmed release date as far as I've seen in the trailer. This is actually by PlayStation Studios, which is actually sort of a brand of games or first-party games that Sony took this chance to pretty much present. So yeah, this game is called Returnal, and so in this game, all that's really known is that there's a female protagonist who is actually, like, you know, lost in space, or like who is looking for answers to certain questions that she actually has. And, you know, there's actually a loop that she's in where there's her crash, her attack, and her death. Kind of mysterious. So yeah, I can imagine that she would actually have questions about that. But yeah, it highly involves shooting. I mean, well, not sure if it highly involves it, but you know, it's a third person, I think, shooter that, you know, takes place in space. So yeah, that's all I pretty much know about it. But we'll see what happens when it releases soon. So yeah. And my wish order just came in. Not sponsored. Sorry. Anyway, another space / sci-fi themed game that kind of had me interested was this game called Pragmata, however you want to pronounce it. So this game actually, you know, takes place in a city. Not sure if it's New York or whichever city it might be, but it looks kind of futuristic. There's holograms, there's you know, these AI displays and stuff like that. It's pretty insane. There might be a bit of a situation where it's like God of War, but yeah, and instead of Kratos and that other kid, I forgot his name. I'll have to look that up. You're pretty much in a really high-tech suit, along with your robotic daughter. A series of events actually happens. You know, some things actually come crashing from the sky. There's just a whole bunch of unexplainable things that just happen in that trailer. So yeah, this game actually comes out in 2022, and so that's a couple of years away. And yeah, I can't wait to find out more about this game. Now, coming in an unspecified part of 2021 is going to be another popular release by another very popular franchise, Resident Evil. I mean, they already have a lot of games out, but yeah, this is actually another one to add to their franchise. This is Resident Evil 8 Village. So yeah, it's gonna be dark, full of zombies, shooting. You know, it takes place in a village. I mean, like, I'm not really sure if it's abandoned or anything, but like, it's dark, creepy, and everything. I've seen the trailer. It's pretty wild. And yeah, it's bound to pretty much blow people away, especially if they have been sticking with the franchise for so many years. Now, moving up this list, well, there's not really a list, is a sequel that many people have actually, you know, been highly anticipating, including me. I've actually played this game, well, the first game quite a while ago. And yeah, it's the sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn. And the sequel's name is not Horizon 2 Dawn or Horizon 1 Dawn or whatever. It's Horizon 2 Forbidden West. It's pretty insane. So the difference between this one and the original, or the first game, is that life begins, you know, returning to this dystopian version of Earth. Aloy could officially dive deep into oceans or lakes or whichever body of water they may provide in that open world. And yes, it will be open world since it's a sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn, which is actually an open world game itself. And yeah, this looks pretty intriguing. I mean, like, the robot dinosaurs are still pretty much there. I mean, like, I think I saw Aloy riding on a Strider. Not really sure, but yeah, this does look really beautiful and very breathtaking. So yeah, it's gonna be releasing soon. Not really sure what the release date is because I haven't really seen it in the trailer. But yeah, it's another PlayStation exclusive by PlayStation Studios. Now, the Marvel shirt gives it away. Not really gonna say it, but if you've seen the event, you know what I'm about to mention. Wow. So, this game coming up, man, just blew it out of the park for me. I mean, wow. They officially announced not really a sequel for Marvel Spider-Man, but, well, now you can officially say that there is already a Peter Parker Spider-Man game, but now there's also going to be a Miles Morales Spider-Man game. And so, yeah, this is another entry by Insomniac Games. I mean, yeah, of course, both the Ratchet and Clank and these, Spider-Man games are PlayStation exclusive because now Sony officially owns Insomniac Games. So, yeah, congrats to them. I mean, like, wow, both heavy hitters. Now, there's actually been a lot of graphical improvements that I've actually seen in the trailer for Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is actually the official name for the game. But I'm really hyped for it. I mean, hopefully this kind of shows a bit of improvement within the web slinging. For at least for Miles. I mean, there wasn't really web slinging in the first Spider-Man game or Marvel Spider-Man, but this could potentially show what they're going to implement into the official sequel for Marvel Spider-Man, Peter Parker's version. So, oh man, but this is actually coming out in holiday 2020, so later on this year. So I'm hyped. I mean, hopefully in some way they're not cannibalizing themselves, since Spider-Man is a Marvel property and they already have a Marvel game coming out later on this year, which is Marvel's Avengers, which I'm pretty sure this is just gonna knock it out of the park for this one. Marvel's Avengers coming out in September, and yeah, PS5 and Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales coming out in holiday 2020. And finally, they ended the show with the official reveal of the PS5. But wait, there's more. Don't stop there. So, yeah. There's actually going to be two versions of the PS5. I mean, of course, later on down the line, maybe a year or two from now, there's going to be a PS5 Pro or something like that. I'm not really sure. But yeah, for now, there's actually going to be a PS5, which will officially, accept physical discs. And there's also going to be a digital edition, which will come, well, both will actually come with the DualSense controller. Of course, that's the main controller that they have. There's also quite a few accessories that they've actually shown. There's actually a Pulse headset, a remote. I don't know what that's gonna be implemented into, but that seems pretty intriguing. They've also revealed throughout the whole live stream different specs and technological things that involves the PS5. So, the SSDs, You know, the type of Blu-ray discs that it'll accept, and also, you know, many different features in the DualSense. And man, what really topped it off was the way it actually looks. I mean, like, it looks very futuristic. It does not look like the dev kit that they actually revealed last year. It actually looks like, well, it actually goes well with the DualSense. Yeah, it still looks pretty cool to me.
Tomorrow.
Before we move on with the recap, it's officially a day after the show. And yeah, this is actually a bit of a slight tangent. It's not going to be long, I promise. But yeah, my hopes for this console is that, you know, it doesn't have that disc spitting issue that every PS4 actually has. And well, of course, that's not going to happen with the digital edition because there's no discs to deal with. But with the disc edition, or I don't know what they're actually calling it. I mean, like, it's just probably going to be just the regular PS5. But yeah, hopefully the regular edition doesn't actually have that disc spitting issue. And since I heard that they're actually going to have a better cooling system than the PS4, then yeah, hopefully it doesn't sound like a jet engine either. Anyway, back with the recap. So yeah, Sony pretty much knocked Stadia out of the competition. Tough luck for Stadia. I mean, like, they've gone downhill. Sorry to say. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. I mean, I've explained this in the best way that I could. Yeah, look forward to this really, really exciting future of gaming that, you know, has some really interesting games that will pretty much hopefully blow your minds. So yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed this recap. Feel free to like and subscribe. There's actually a whole lot more gameplay and videos on the way. This is the first and well, most historical video that I've ever made. Yeah, see you guys next time. 8 Streets out, and God bless. Testing 1 2. Okay, it's working. That's good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I highly appreciate it. Also, thank you for keeping up with the channel as well. If you're brand new to the channel, feel free to like and subscribe, because there's actually a whole lot more gameplay on the way that I'm pretty sure will bless your life. Also, if you would like to support me in my music career, please feel free to go on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, Google Play Music, or wherever you would like to, well, you regularly stream your music, to check out my first album, Home. It's officially released. So, yeah, 8 Streets Home. That's H-Streets Home. 8 Streets out. See you guys next time, and God bless.